If it's one thing that makes sense for Sonic the Hedgehog, it's a racing game. Now, while I would much prefer another shot at Sonic Riders, or at least another shot at something similar to Sonic R, the Sonic racing games have been pretty decent, despite me not being the biggest fan of them. I do enjoy what they've brought to the table over the years, aside from Team Sonic Racing. There was no team in that game whatsoever, and only pain and suffering could be found there. Now, of course, whenever Sonic Racing CrossWorlds was announced, my reaction to it was, well, let's just say it wasn't all that hyped up, nor was I that interested in it. I mean, I can't blame past me for thinking that way, considering how Team Sonic Racing performed, and me really wanting anything but another Sonic racing game where he's in a car. Of course, as time went on, my opinion of the game has drastically changed. The network test that they hosted for the PS5, which I did go out of my way to buy a PS5 just to play, yes, I was that dedicated to try to play CrossWorlds, and thankfully I did, which my first initial impressions of the game that I talked about in this video seem to have performed pretty decently. I enjoyed pretty much everything that had been offered from it, and it put my headspace for the game in a more clearer light, but little did I know the hype would just continue to get greater from there. Watching as more things got revealed, from characters such as Ichiban from Yakuza, all the way to freaking Hatsune Miku. Outside of that, we've got crossover collabs coming to the game, and majority of them being Nickelodeon, SpongeBob, TMNT, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Am I dreaming? This feels so unreal. And then the drop of Pac-Man alongside the Ghost being revealed really surprised me yesterday at Gamescom opening night live. I just don't know what I could possibly want more to come to the game, aside from hopefully a new second wave of content if it performs well enough, because there's just so much more that I'd love to see come to the game. I didn't even mention how great it is to see the Werehog back in full action here as well. Just a shame that Chip's not there. I really want to see Tingle and Whisper mostly. Surge, Kit, Rough and Tumble would also be really cool picks for IDW, if they plan to include them in. As for crossovers, I know there's one slot left to be revealed, and I'm kind of expecting it to maybe be Movie Sonic, but I'm not sure what to expect, honestly. If a second wave comes up, however, I most certainly want Crash Bandicoot. Even though chances of that are slimmer than ever before, I'm holding on to the copium of that for the entire lifespan of this game, I can tell you that. So the open network test is going to last from August 29th to September 1st, and it will be available on all platforms aside from PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We've got a ton of detail about what to expect for the upcoming online test, with new stages such as White Space Hub from Shadow Generations, Kronos Island from Sonic Frontiers, and the North Star Islands from Sonic Superstars, which I guess it's safe to assume that classic characters could potentially show up in the near future. It seems that downloads for the open network test will be available to grab on August 26th as well. As for characters that will be available, I'm not certain. I know that Joker from Persona 5 is going to be available to play during an event hosted within the open network test, but I think it should be safe to assume that all other main characters from the Sonic franchise will be available to play as well. Alongside this, I'm almost certain we're going to be able to finally get our hands on the Extreme Gear. While I wish the Extreme Gear was more of its own unique gameplay style, I completely understand the reasoning for making it just a skin for cars, as designing an entirely different style would definitely be a lot more to take in. But it's still nice to see them represented here after so long. And honestly, I think I'll be playing with the Extreme Gear much more than the other machines, just out of pure rider's bias. I'm very curious about how item balancing will be adjusted, considering I know that was one of the things that I and many others had issues with during the previous network test. Though hearing about how the game is when it has been shown off at previous events, it really sounds like the feedback that was given to the game overall has been taken into consideration and massively adjusted to overall give the game a more proper balanced feeling, which you just love to see. It's really hard to figure out what much there is to say about the game. As I didn't really run into many issues from the previous online test, the game felt solid, and I'm just really excited to jump back into the game with even more things to check out during the next network test. And I just wanted to make a small little video expressing my hype for it and plug in that I'll be streaming the open network test throughout the playtesting period. I'm undecided if I'll be hopping in directly at midnight when the test goes live, but knowing me, I'll probably have to because I'm just so darn excited to play the game again. Let me know what you think of CrossWorlds in the comments down below. Which console are you playing it on, and what are you most excited to check out during the open network test? If you like this video, please leave a like, give it a share around, and I'd also like to encourage you to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep up with more Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, Sonic Rumble, or just anything Sonic related in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.